Good morning, this is Clay Trader at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture my trades live as they unfold. Market opened up about 2 minutes ago, and I was distracted, didn't even see the open, but that's okay. I think I'll survive. Watching NBIX right now, and going to keep an eye on a couple other ones. So we will see what happens. I will keep you updated. I have a couple orders out there, one on NBIX. You can see my orders down here if you're not familiar and never seen any of my past videos. Whoops, did not mean to use a circle. Let's try that again. So my orders are down here. So one on NBIX, one on Lulu, both shorting orders sitting out there. So we'll see if I can get any nibbles on those. But other than that, still looking around. All right, I got filled at 39.15 here on MOMO. I was looking at something else, and then all of a sudden this turned green, so I apologize for not getting it on the video. Just my initial portion here, so I'd like to get more if possible. But like I said, wasn't even paying attention, so I put some more out there at 39.45. We'll see if I can get those or not, or if it just wants to give me a quick $50, and it decided to give me a quick $50. But I am still going to keep that order out there at 39.45 and try the process all over again. So let's see what else is out there. Yes, I realize hindsight, if I would have held, could have made more, but hey, that's why we're all millionaires in hindsight, right? So let's see what else is out there. All right, gonna go for some shares here at $2.70, just 500 for an opening allotment. So obviously on a sub $3 stock, 500 shares is not gonna get me anything, but the point is to try to get a bigger position here. So initial order here at $2.70. The urge is strong to want to just chase, but I don't want to be the sucker that buys the top, so I'm going to let the price come down to me, and if I miss out on the trade, then so be it. So there is my current order entry on ADP. This was actually alerted in the chat room at $1.50. So for those of you that are wondering, hey Clay, how does the chat room work? Let me find the alert first. There we go. So right here in the chat room, you can see right here, ADPT volume, beast move, $1.50, and this was back here at 9:32 in the morning. So this was alerted right out of the gates. So for those in the chat room that took note and took action, they are up potentially over 100% right now when I guess I stop and do the math. And this thing, wow, just continues to move. So yeah, quite the move here for sure. But I'm definitely not going to chase it. And, this thing could go to $5, and I'm not going to regret chasing it because that's just a bad habit to get into. So if it pulls back, I'm interested, but I'm not just going to buy. So we'll see what happens, and if it can pull back at all. I'd probably be willing to buy over $3 now, given it's made a much bigger move upwards. But I'll keep an eye on it, see if there's anything else out there. Okay, I have an order at 285, so I moved it up slightly, but here's a pullback. Obviously got to get down below $3 for me to have a chance here, so we'll see if it can make that amount of a move or not. Lowest it's come down, let's see, is 305. So yeah, the urge to buy is strong. And there's some chasers right now that are thinking, why did I do that? Why did I buy? And that's exactly what I was referring to, and why, yeah, I'm not a fan of. The emotions are strong. I'll be the first to admit, yeah, you want to buy because it just seems like it can't go down. But then all of a sudden, you buy, and now things can turn around that much quicker. So let's see though if it can get down through the $3 mark. Quite a bit of buying right now, so. Not sure if that's going to happen or not. I'm not opposed to moving up my order a little bit here, given that the price has now pulled back, but I'd still like to give it a chance to fall down through that $3 mark. So it's looking like it's getting closer here. But 305 is strong. Okay, 305 finally broken. No, not really, still showing up there on the bid. like to try to capture the break at 3 so we can just see how fast it moves. I want to see a quick move if $3 breaks. There's the break. Let's see if I can get down to 285. Not gonna lie, was hoping for a bigger break than that. I'll still give it a chance though here. Okay, looking like I have a chance here to get filled. Okay, I'm in. Like I said, am I going to make a whole bunch of money on 500 shares? No. But if it wants to give me a quick 50 bucks, that's fine. I'd like to build a bigger position here. So it decided to just give me a quick $50. New order down at 265. So if this wants to continue to pull back, I will gladly continue to buy the pullback. Again, greatest learning lesson here. We saw that. I mean, have you ever felt the urge, or maybe you bought up in this area and then you see this sort of price action happen? I know I've been there, and as traders, you got to fight that emotion to just buy when everything's fine and dandy, because you could always be the sucker that's buying the top, and that's not a pleasant experience. So, all right, well, it's looking like it's trying to stabilize here, so I will pause it. And if it wants to pull back some more and potentially give me another chance to build at 265, then I'll get the video rolling again. All right, it's making somewhat of an attempted move to potentially get down there to the 265 mark. And this one can get kind of jolty, so I am going to pause it. But my order is still down there, so apology ahead of time if I don't quite capture the entry on video. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to do some customer service, answer some emails and stuff. So not always the best combination to be trying to do customer service and trade. But like I said, with a sub $3 stock, 500 shares, I don't mind not having my full attention devoted to this. So I'll try my best. Well, here we go. If it can break through 280, we'll give it a chance to see if it wants to head down there or not. All right, we're at 7 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep the video relatively on the short side. So I'll pause it. I'm actually just going to bail out of this. I did move that to 255 just because it's too tight of a range. It's not moving as fluidly. Obviously these candles now are much tighter, much smaller than what, these big range candles were. So not that it can't open up and start trading very quickly again, but at 255, not really interested in it. If it gets a little bit lower, maybe but with the way it's trading currently, I'm going to just drop it off the radar temporarily. Well, and as I say this, the candle's starting to show some life. So throw something down there at 251. But I'm going to keep a close eye on it. And I guess worst case, I have to get out for a 3 or 4 cent, loss, which would be about 20 bucks. So that won't put me into the poorhouse, I don't think. So after a MOMO, I missed that entry point, so now I'm all paranoid. I'm like, okay, don't let the viewers miss another entry point. So now here I am stalling and rambling on about nothingness because MOMO shook my confidence in regards to making the quality video and trying to capture entry points on. So let's see if it can get down through 270 and then ideally plunge down to 251. But nope, that doesn't seem to be happening. So all right, I'm pausing it. Okay, looking to buy potential pullback here on COUP. This was alerted in the chat room. Again, as a breakout way down here. And of course, I wanted to originally short it, but there aren't any shares to short. So we'll see if I can try to play a pullback here. So that is another order. Still got ADPT. Move that down to 237. So I just threw that out there. If it gets filled, great. If not, then oh well. But it is about 10:15, not quite. So one of those mornings. Don't get me wrong. Making $100 in less than an hour. I don't want to come across as greedy or ungrateful. But for those of you that have seen other videos, yeah, $100. Again, it's not like it's terrible, but at the same time, I've done better. So I guess that's probably the best way to put it. So actually, I think this thing can pull back. Yeah. I'm going to go 27.51. So I'll keep you posted. Wow, we're at 10 minutes already. All right, I'm going to get a little more stingy in terms of recording. So I'm only going to get this puppy recording if it looks like I'm going to for sure get filled. So stand by. All right, well, I'm just going to wrap this up and call it a morning, 10:30, so an hour into the day. And like I said, just up $100. So again, not ungrateful, not greedy, but it's been better. I'll just leave it at that. But I'm actually super excited about this video and how things unfolded, just because that whole chasing thing. Why chasing? Why emotions? And why the slogan at claytrader.com is trade without emotions, because emotions can definitely cause you to buy movements like we saw on ADPT, and then all of a sudden you buy the top or near the top and you're underwater by quite a bit. So I'm glad we got to see how that played out, and in fact caught a trade by just letting the price come back to me. So good example there. But as always, if you enjoy the video, please click the like button. That's the easiest way to let me know, hey Clay, please keep making these. Also subscribe to the channel. And if you want, leave comments. If you're interested in joining the trading group, so you saw the chat room and how I alerted ADPT. So if you want to join that, just go to claytrader.com and click on the Inner Circle tab. That is $99 per year. Per year, not per month like so many of the other rip-off things out there. Per year, just $100, and you can hang out alongside me and other traders. And that also comes with a newsletter. If you want to learn how to use charts, then you can also go to claytrader.com, and I also offer many training courses on that. So thanks again for watching. I will see you back next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now, and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point,